Dale Little here with Rescue America Ministries, and I wanted to touch base just a little bit. I hope if you haven't got to see it yet, you'll watch the post that's put up by Mark Zuckerberg. I've been very critical in years past, and I'm still not 100% in favor and trusting, that he wants to do. However, it's a positive turn, and I'll commend him for what he's doing now. I still am critical of what he's done in the past, and I don't know how much he's changed, right in here, as far as his character and what he'd do. In other words, finally, and I know he's already made statements to this effect, but most of the left and the news media have ignored it. He's admitted that Facebook was under pressure by the deep state. He didn't use the word deep state, but that's who we're talking about. This deep state, the Democrat Party, the everybody on the left, the mainstream media. Yeah, that's the deep state. FBI is involved. Justice Department. You had the pervert in chief in the White House for 4 years. Things were bad, and he had social media spying on American citizens, on the conservative. Anybody wasn't a Democrat, in other words. If you're not one of us, if you're not a Democrat, then you're an enemy. As a matter of fact, it made it just about to the point, if you really read what they say, or listen to what they say, they're really just about saying that if you're not a Democrat, you're not an American. That's their take on things. Nonsense. Now, he admits that censorship was way out of place. He admits that it took place. Too much of it. And Congress is even pushing them to do more, especially those Democrats in Congress. And then you had the FBI putting out false information for them to put out. And he admits that they're fact checkers. He said they're going to do away with the fact checkers because they were a problem. Well, I'm glad it took, I'm not glad it took you that long, but I'm glad you finally figured it out, Mark, that they just were not legitimate. I've tried to report stuff. I said, your community standards were a joke. I reported some awful stuff, and yet, nothing wrong with that. Yeah. But say something wrong that they didn't like, though. There's something bad wrong with that, and you're in the cellar. So I'm glad that at least he's turned around and changed. But Mark, remember this, Mark Zuckerberg, everybody else. Yeah, you wouldn't stand your ground when the pressure was on. You caved into it. You only come back to the truth when popular opinion, as you said, you didn't use the word popular opinion, but the shift that's taken place in America recently, I think you called it a cultural shift. And to some extent, that's true. I would not put too much stock in that. Now, let me explain. Yeah, I've got a cough. I've got COVID again. I caught it the first time in Romania. So let my whistle here. And I'll try to cut this talk off. But yeah, now that the culture has changed and you've got someone else in the White House. Now you come out and confess what happened and open up about it. You should have stood your ground. See, that just shows that you had no standards. And you may still not have any real moral standards. Remember this thing. Freedom is not free. It never has been, and it never will be. People pay the price, and it's much deeper than losing their business over it. You should have refused and come out right away and let everybody know what was the FBI was pressuring you to do in the Justice Department. Yeah, I know they would come after you, your business. They would try to tear you down. That's the way they do things. Or that's the way they did under the previous administration. But things have changed. And as I'm not using an amplifier. I don't have anything plugged in here, but I'm hearing a whine. It's just it's aggravating, just constant whine that you hear. I'm not sure. I think I might know what it is. Let me hold on just a minute. Do this number right quick. Maybe that'll address the issue. How about that? Hold on. Yep, I think I know where the whine's at. All you Trump haters keep on whining. Whine on because the one you hate has left you blue. Trump haters of America keep on whining. Whine on cause he again has left you blue. Yes, yeah. It was on election night. The stars were shining bright, and they whispered from on high, he's gonna hang you out to dry. He did, didn't he? Trump haters of the world keep on whining. Whine on because he got the best of you. My, my, my. Whine, whine, whine. All you Trump haters keep on whining. Whine on because the one you hate has left you blue. Trump haters of America keep on whining. Whine on cause he again left you blue. It was on election night. The stars are shining bright, and they whisper from on high, he's gonna hang you out to dry. The haters of the world keep on whining. Whine on because he got the best of you. Trump haters of the world keep on whining. Whine on because he's got the best of you. Yeah, he did, didn't he? Yeah, all these experts, you go back to 2016. Oh, President Trump, well, there's no way he's going to be president. I mean, they laughed him to scorn. No way he'll ever get to be president, and then look what happened. Oh, there's all crying big crocodile tears on the election night then, and the next morning. And these were supposed to be the people that's educated. They were supposed to be the elite of this nation. Oh, they were so smart and much smarter than the rest of us. And that's the reason they want control, not the people. We're not smart enough to rule ourselves. And see, that's the thing that was going on. That was the attitude when this country was founded for many people, was that people were not educated enough. People could not rule themselves. They needed someone, way up here, elevated above to lead them and make all the decisions for them. But our founders decided they were going to try something different. They were convinced that we the people, could rule ourselves, that we could be smart enough to make the proper decisions, and we would send representatives to a Congress to represent us. That's what they're there for. To represent we, the people of the area where they elected them. That's who they're supposed to be representing. Many of them don't, though. They represent themselves, they represent their party instead of the people. And so we had all these perverted mafia figure-like people come up into the politics and even get in the White House. Wow. What a shame. And now, every time you get somebody in there that's decent, that wants to clean things up, they criticize and whine. Everything he does. He's been in there, 2 weeks, maybe just a little more, I'm not sure now. But I lose track of time, get busy. But it's very short. And already they're criticizing everything he's doing, everything, and telling lies about what he's going to do. The world is ending. The sky is falling. Yeah, sky is falling. It's falling. We've been hearing that for a long, long time from the Democrats. Oh, the Republicans are going to end Social Security. They're going to wipe it out. They're going to do away with it. That's their plans. If you elect them, if they get elected this time, and that's been going on as far back as I can remember. Well, they've had plenty of chances to do it and haven't done it yet. What happened? Oh, it's all a bunch of lies. That's what it was. Spread by the Democrat Party. And somebody's going to say, well, you must think God's a Republican. No, God would not stoop low enough to be Republican or Democrat or any other party. He has no need to be of any political party. He's God. He's the one that created everything. He's the one that was in charge when this country came about. He's the one that's in charge every election about who goes to that White House. You say, well, why do we bother to vote? He gives us an input into it. But ultimately, he has his ways. He's Almighty God. He can do things in ways that we know nothing about. And we don't even know his hand was on it, but it was. Whine on. Get over it. Why don't you get over it? Why don't you support and try to get this economy started up? Why don't you get behind the president so he can clean up this human trafficking and drug deaths and abundance of drug overdose? Oh, I forgot. That's part of your business for many. I'm not talking about the individuals out there. I'm talking about the people in the deep state. Yeah, that's part of their business. That's been denied too, but it's proven over and over. Yeah. That's the reason Epstein is dead. And that's the reason they have fought every attempt to try to investigate any deeper into his doings, into his business. Shame. 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 Devil, it'll rescue American ministers.